Just do like a winky or something, man. Good morning. Oh, look at the cute baby that sleeps so well.
He is cute.
I feel like we only show videos of the baby smiling and happy. Last night, he like screamed his brains out for a long time.
It wasn't that long.
I wish we had the camera here to film it because I wanted to show people that having a baby is also hard.
Yeah, that's true.
But it actually doesn't feel very hard.
Probably because he's our sixth. The first couple felt really hard. It's shower time for the baby.
Surprise. Fresh roasted coffee. This is the perfect roast. Look at that. It's.
I asked Ben, do you want a piece of cornbread this morning? He was like, I'll try and be healthy or something. I don't know. And in the back of my head, I thought, I bet he's gonna want some of mine. Sure enough, once I got my butter on mine, I'm putting on my honey. He said, actually, I want a piece. And I was like, I knew it! I know you!
You're just like your mother. That's what she said to me.
Well, yeah, because his dad will bring out a piece of cake for himself, and his mom will be like, oh, I'll just have some of yours.
Well, my mom is awesome, and people on the vlog like her. We're agreeing on something this morning.
This coffee is really good.
And I'm saying, do you water the plants? And Karen says, I try. And I'm like, well, they're all dying. So it doesn't matter if you're trying. And there's only 2 plants that we have. That little tiny thing of bamboo over there. And then that plant up there that I bought her for her birthday present when I redecorated her entire room while she was out of town.
You know what you need to do since you care so much about these plants?
What do I need to do?
You need to ask.
You're shaking a knife at me.
A kid. Hey, these are your plants from now on. You're watering.
They're not the kids' plants. And that was actually for your birthday too. That's your sister gave you.
Okay, there's another way of saying this, okay? I need help. I am trying to keep a 7-week-old alive.
This has been going on for years. This is not... Don't let her... Okay, some of you ladies out there are, Ben is so mean.
Oh, Ben.
Cammy just had a baby. Take it easy on her. She doesn't water plants, ever. And then she's like, I try.
Okay, whoa.
If they're dead...
Don't use the ever word.
This is actually how our kids deal with a lot of their stress around here.
Well, here goes. I'm going to talk to you about my postpartum sexuality. Ben expressed this morning how he really wanted to not just have sex, but have good sex. And I said very quickly, well, then I can only do that once a week. Which, at face value, there's nothing wrong with what I said, but really, he felt shut down by me, and that I wasn't listening to his feelings. You know, I realized I was trying to protect myself, and I just needed to listen to him and validate his feelings. During this time, post-baby, in these harder seasons, there needs to be more effort put into our sexual relationship, and things aren't going to come super easy. And I think it's really easy for me to get into just a mode of like subpar, basically, like, well, as long as, you know, we're having sex, it's good, instead of really fighting to have good sex. I mean, there's a lot of other things that I'm putting a lot of effort into, and it's easy for me to put this on the back burner, unless, you know, Ben's feelings are hurt, and then I'm like, oh shit, like I need to do something. So unless there's like a fire under my ass, but yeah, I don't want it just to be that way. So I'm going to spend some time today really getting my mind thinking about how can I make my sex life, our sex life, better. It's going to be hard. I'm really telling myself, like, this is what I need to do. Ben has another whole set of what his challenges are and what he needs to work on and what he needs to do. But when I focus on that and not on my own stuff, it really shortchanges my growth. I'm going to take a quiet time, just some time set aside just to journal, pray, clear my mind, really focus on just our sex life, my sex life. All right, honey babies. My honey babies.
One of our daughters, older teenager one, was completely deconstructing, sobbing her eyes out. Cammie and I are like trying to hold her, listen, offer chocolate, and we're just like pulling our hair out. This is going on for like an hour. And then Seven walks in with candy, flowers, and a note that all the other kids had made. And I just watched my daughter's heart like melt with something that me and Cammie had no ability to do. And I was like, we don't have to do this alone. It was so cool to see the other kids like team up.
They can relate to her on a level that we can't. We can kind of remember what things were like back then, but our reality is we're adults now. Their reality, they're still kids. I think Seven even said in his note, I know you got in trouble. I hate it when that happens to me. So it was really sweet and really cool.
What's going on now?
Well, I don't know if it's really appropriate to talk about on the blog. Taking the effort to get in the right mindset paid off for me. We connected well sexually.
Okay, this is awkward.
It's time for Q&A.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
We got this comment on this video from Ashley. She said she caught up and watched all, how many episodes? And then she wrote a ton of questions. We're just gonna answer all the questions right here, right now. Ashley, thanks for watching all of them. I live in flip-flops and I'm barefoot. What type of running flip-flops does Ben wear? They're running sandals. It's called Bedrock. Can you see that? They are super thin. It's a Vibram sole, I think. It changes the way you run. They're awesome. They used to be 40 bucks and now they're like 80. I see Sonny uses videos when he does your Bible study. What are they?
They're not videos, they're slides that he puts together, basically just text from the Bible and then an appropriate picture.
How do you remain open in community and deal with trust issues and boundaries? We've made a lot of mistakes with this. We have to constantly figure out, like, what does our family need?
And what is our role with community or certain people in the community? It's just relationships. Oh, no. Leia!
Okay, how did you find such great friends?
I don't know. By learning how to be a good friend, maybe?
And in a lot of ways, we just feel incredibly blessed, but I will say that we have constantly oriented our lives around trying to be open to good friends. How did you and Cammie come to agree to this way of life? And what would your suggestions be to encourage this type of living if one's spouse may not be there yet? That's a good question.
One of the main things is choosing where to live and living next to people. I think you have to wait.
I was gonna say, if your spouse isn't there yet, you can't force them. And it's not better to leave them behind. I think the most important relationship in your life, no matter where they're at, is your spouse. How did you decide where to live?
We own property already in this city, so we decided to live in that property.
The first house that we moved into here was a block that way, and it was 1 bedroom. And that was about 3-4 years ago. What advice would you give to someone who is in the process of finding their forever home? First of all,
it may not be your forever home.
That's what I was gonna say. I wouldn't start looking for a forever home. Every home that we've lived in, we've tried to learn and improve no matter how long we thought we were gonna be there. Because even if you don't stay there forever, you're gonna take the lessons that you learn from improving and making it awesome to the next house. We gotta go. Ashley, thank you so much for all your questions. And all the rest of you that do that, it actually does mean a lot to us to be able to interact in that way. We're gonna be super late for dinner. We are ending the vlog right now. Supposed to be at the restaurant in 5 minutes.
Mom is changing him.
Cottage cheese bread,
Oh,
pretty tasty.